To me, design is the ability to distill the feeling of an object, a moment, or an experience, making with intention and purpose and restraint, and it's really about community. I'm Laura Melling, a Vancouver-based interior designer and creative director. I think from a really early age, I had a really visual understanding and appreciation of the world. So my aesthetic's really inspired by Scandinavian simplicity, but it's also really inspired by the warmth and texture of the natural world. I like to call it nature therapy. So whether that's getting up to Mount Seymour and going for a snowshoe, or just going for a walk on the beach, I just find that time really grounding and inspiring. So I've been collaborating with Mosaic for the past few years. They're a Vancouver-based, really reputable home builder who's always willing to push boundaries, shares a love of design, and they're really forward-thinking in terms of the spaces. So for Fremont Living, which is a new rental apartment building by Mosaic in Port Coquitlam, it was really important for us to find a local collaborator with a shared love of design and storytelling, and Rove Concepts just felt like a really natural fit. Together we wanted to create a space that was really memorable and meaningful and just felt authentic to the Vancouver landscape. So I approached Fremont Living the way that I approach most of my work, really considering who lives in the space and what's their lifestyle. The profile for the people who live in this home was a really young and outdoorsy and kind of adventurous couple. And we used that as a starting place to kind of build the story of their lives, essentially. I love to start from in the studio by just gathering lots of imagery, and that might be, natural landscape, it might be pieces, design pieces, or textures or palette that we're inspired by. The mountainous landscapes and the really vast ocean, that was where we drew the color palette for those deep greens and blues, and then we paired it with a really crisp black and white layered with like a soft gray for the space. So from the palette, we started to kind of extract more textural and kind of tactile elements, and then started to choose furniture pieces and develop the space further. It was a really great opportunity to show people that it's important to spend the time and the energy to make your space your own, even if it's a rental, even if you don't own it. And I think it's still important to design and style that space, because at the end of the day, you really need that haven to come home to. I really think where I am today is kind of the product of my whole life. There's just this incredible network in Vancouver of artists, designers, furniture makers, brand builders, photographers, all kinds of different practices. At the end of the day, I just want to create spaces and products that feel comfortable and inviting.